Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome back to Court Farms Country Park, and this is episode 20 of my Let's Play series. So, I hope you're all doing good and having a nice day. So yeah, here we are, back on the farm. Onwards from the last episode, as you'll see, directly in front of me is a nice shiny red piece of equipment. I have got rid of that Roland bale trailer and I've replaced it with this quite lovely Johnston bale trailer that I found on the mod hub. I actually made a couple of grand back from the sale and the swap over, essentially. I think I sold the Roland for, I think it was about 13, and this one cost about 11 and a half. But this is purely and simply just a straightforward trailer. No universal auto load, no auto load, so I can, and it has straps. Now I know most trailers have straps, it's not really a problem I've come across in this game so far, but it was my yearn in the last episode to do things properly, load bales onto the trailer manually with my my nice shiny new telehandler. But it was the conflicts between removing auto load and the trailer automatically having universal auto load that meant they snapped the bales off my bale fork, stacking them in the wrong orientation. I heard a few of you in the comments actually saying, refer to the way, the orientation I like to put my bales, you guys termed as tin can mode. So I quite like that, stacking them in tin can mode. So yeah, that tin can mode, as opposed to being on their side. So anyway, yeah, that's the new trailer, and it is marginally shorter than the other one, so it will hopefully work a little bit better around the narrow lanes of Court Farms. It's a nice looking thing though, I've got to say. It's from the mod hub. There's a lizard version, I think, that's suitable for consoles, and there's this branded Johnston version for PC. And it's a lovely thing. Not actually properly used it yet. I've just driven it back from the shop because, of course, I took the old the new old Roland trailer back to the shop to sell it for as much money as possible, and picked that one up there. So anyway, right, cows have been mucked out, and they've started mucking in again, haven't they? But what I intend to do today, initially, in the first bit of a job that I like to get done, is I'm going to run the levelling board in the grass field over here. Just take the shortcut again through the hedge. There we go. So this was obviously cut and baled up in the last episode, as you know, and I'm going to run the levelling board in here again to speed up the growth process, and then I'm going to give it a coat of lime, because if I bring up the heads-up display there, it's very slightly down on the optimum level of lime. And what I do intend to do today is take advantage of the vast pile of poop that I have in the cowshed, finally. We don't have a great deal of slurry going on. I think it's about 11,000 litres we've got in there, I think, if we just have a quick check. Slurry, 17,000 litres, but I know that ain't going to cut it. That's not going to get that field covered, so we'll just leave that be for now. But I do obviously have this veritable mountain of poop right there. We have a trailer load in the manure trailer at the minute. This has 11,460 litres already in there, because I topped it up a good few episodes ago. I think I might have even done it off camera, to be honest. But my plan is, yeah, to get the levelling board run, get that grass field up and going again, and get the levels right. And what I do plan on doing is bring the manure trailer, when it needs refilling, bring it up to here, because the manure trailer fills up from the right hand side only. So if I face it this way with the tractor towing it, I can get the telehandler in here and start and reload up the manure trailer as and when I need it. And I am hoping, I don't actually have much of an idea exactly how much is here, but I'm hoping there should be enough, hopefully, he says naively, to cover the grass field. So that's the idea. So yeah, we'll get sorted with that. The bale, the fermenting bales, these are at 24%, and the two that I accidentally unwrapped in the process of trying to strap them onto the trailer using the same button are already fermented. I didn't actually realise it does that. You can, obviously, if you wrap a bale immediately and then immediately unwrap it, it turns straight away to silage. It doesn't just go back to being a grass bale. So I didn't actually know you could do that. I knew you could unwrap a bale, but I didn't appreciate that it immediately turned it to silage instead of waiting X amount of time for it to ferment. So if any of you are in a rush for your silage, that's one way of doing it, I guess. Right, anyway, so I need a tractor and I need my my levelling board on my weeder. So I think for this job I think we'll use the Massey, to be honest. Should have enough fuel in it, I think. So, let's get out here. Let's get this thing hooked up. Get ourselves into the field. And crack on. And once we've completed this job and got this grass field back up to scratch, what I do intend to do is potentially have a bit of a pallet selling session. We've got quite a few pallets of lettuce at the lettuce tunnels, and we've actually got a full rack of pallets of honey. So I know it's not optimum selling time, but I think for the sake of it, the difference in the costs and the prices that you can get for it, it's only a few quid difference, I think, so I'm just going to get them sold out the way, see what money we can make just from the lettuce and the honey anyway for now. We do obviously have the wool, but the wool is worth a little bit more money, and I think at top dollar per tonne it's about £11,000 I think we can get for a tonne. So let's drop that down. Right. Crack on. Well, that didn't take long. About 22 minutes, according to course plate. So that was a very good job. So, let's get ourselves back to the farm. We need to hook up the lime spreader to possibly the smaller of the two Fendt tractors. We'll get the lime thrown out onto the field. Hopefully, again, it won't take too much, but then again, Never tends to do that, does it? Every time I've spread lime, whether it's been on a fresh field or just topping up, it does seem to take quite a lot. But we shall see. I might have to make a purchase and grab a couple more bags, but I need to figure out what I've got in there at the minute. I think I've only got a bag and a bit, I think. Let's go check it out, actually, while we're here, before we disconnect this and put this back where it belongs. So... still in Iron Man mode. There we go. Right. Let's have a quick peek. 1,610 litres to, so 3,610 litres. Still got the view setting thing done on from making that montage. There we go. I don't think we've got any more, and I think there's actually solid fertiliser in the spreader itself, isn't there? So... yeah. Okay. 3,000 litres. Something tells me that isn't going to cut the mustard. I may have to make a purchase, but we'll see how far it takes us first and go from there. Right, we're all stocked up with the lime that we've got. We're 92% full. Oh, that was a bit fast through there, wasn't it? We're 92% full. And we have no more lime left on the farm, so if this doesn't stretch to this field, we shall need to buy some more. We will find out in a few minutes. Well, well, well. I stand surprised. Albeit a little bit corrected, I guess. We've got 19% left in the tank. We've got the whole field covered. I think that's a first for me. I don't think I've ever had that before. Even doing the top-up, I'm sure it's always just drank it straight away and needed a purchase of a couple more bags. So yeah, anyway, done. Excellent. pH value perfect. So now we need to work on the nitrogen. And for that, we are going to use my big pile of poop. So... been quite excited to get down to this because I haven't actually used that manure spreader yet. It's a side spreader. Again, something I've never used before. For my first experience of it was, again, on Scroff's Farmhand series. He used a side spreading manure spreader on there, didn't he, back in the days of Calmsden? And I've been very keen to try it out. I'm not too sure whether it's going to work too well with coarse plate. So, I think, initially... in fact, I don't want to park that there because it will just get in the way. Right, let's stick this back where it belongs for now. And we should, in fact, we might just crack on with this tractor, actually. There we go. Lower that down. Drop that off. We'll get hooked up to the manure spreader. We've only had this several months and not used it yet. Apart from use it to put a bit of manure into. There we go. So it spreads to our right. Okay. So it might mean, at least for the first headland anyway, going around the field anti-clockwise. So I think what we might do initially as well, before we crack on with this, is we need to get this set up for the reload. We'll get this into the cow barn. Because I am almost certain that the 11,000 litres of manure that we have in the trailer is not going to get that field covered. We're going to need many refills, I think. You know what, we'll just leave that there for now. There we go. Keep that gate shut. Right. Let's get spreading this poop, shall we? And another reason why I did want to get the lime done first was so that I could see where I'd been. I wasn't too sure how visible manure would be, so I think we just turn on, don't we? You open that up. You first need to unfold the tool. Let's bring that up. Turn on manure spreader. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to be going down too fast, but then I suppose it is quite a narrow width as well. This is the first time I've ever done this on this game. Spread manure with a manure spreader. I've done slurry a few times, but never manure. Well, this is pretty cool though. Well, it looks like we might get a good bit of this field covered. We're only at 98%. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Right. Leave this with me, and I shall pick you all back up in a wee while. When... Well, I suppose when I've run out, I'll let you know where we're up to when we've run out, see how much of the field we've got covered. So, catch you all in a bit. Well, it's not done too bad. So far, we've done... This is the third headland I'm running now, and I'm literally just about to run out. There we go. So, it's empty. I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough manure in that massive pile in there to cover this whole field. So, I'm going to go and make the first refill. Get that topped up. And I'm going to get this field completely done, so I shall join you when all that's done, because it's going to be a bit of back and two with this, and I'm not going to be running course play or doing any cinematics with this one, because until I've had a bit of a practice with a side spreading manure spreader, I'm not too sure how well these things cope with, or how well course play copes with it, what in particular. So, yeah, I'll get this done, and I shall see you very shortly. Well, that's the last of it. I'll just leave that tip in there. All gone. Every little scrap. So, whatever's left to spread field-wise after this, I think we will be topping up with... we'll use the slurry, we'll get that out of the way. In fact, while I'm here, let me just turn that off. We'll have a quick pop over here. Where are we? It doesn't tell me there, does it? I have to go over here. What have we got? Slurry. 17,981 litres, and I just need to go and see if we've got actually got anything in the slurry tanker itself. I don't know if we have or not. Oh, 9,233. Right, okay. Well, we'll definitely get the field finished. So there we go, 66% left in here. I'm glad I've used it up. Free fertiliser, as it were. It's got to be done. Cows produce it, so I may as well use it. Definitely saved me money on fertiliser anyway. So we'll go and crack on, get this bit finished off. Finally. I did just think I'd give you a bit of an update, just show you where we're up to with it. See how far it went, as it were. So that's what we've got left. So let's fire it up. See how far we get with this. Oh, missed a bit. Can't have that. Yeah. Fingers crossed we've got enough slurry to finish that off without having to touch the fertiliser, but we'll see. And yet again, I'll crack on with this and I shall keep you posted ASAP. Right, that's us all out. Manure gone. So we're going to top the rest up with what slurry we've got, and if that doesn't stretch to it, then we will have to finish off with a little bit of actual fertiliser. So there we go. At least I've used it up though. It's the right thing to do. That has saved me a chunk of money in fertiliser, so... Right. as always, crack back on, and I will this time see you when it's finished. Right, there we go. Fertilised au naturel, I guess you could say. It's all done, topped up with slurry. Now the slurry, obviously being a bit new to the whole fertilising with manure and slurry, I wasn't too up to speed with what the colour chart meant on the PDA, but essentially there's a lot of it that's a bit green now thanks to the slurry. The manure was obviously spreading at they're both spreading at the automatic application rate. If I jump into the tractor very quickly, and I'll show you. Jump into the PDA actually, can't we? Where are we? Nitrogen, yeah. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge of colours. There's green here and there, but everything is as it should be. Nitrogen level is perfect. I think the grass, if I'm correct in saying it, understanding the precision farming in the bottom right there, the grass requires 55 kilograms per hectare, and I suppose that's dependent on the soil type as well, and the levels are 95 there, 120, 85, 75. I'm not too sure. I don't fully understand why that level is varying so much. As I say, I had the automatic application rate set in both the slurry tank and the manure spreader, but bottom line is we're fertilised. Soil is good, the ground is good. Hopefully we should have a similar yield come next cut. Now, if I remember correctly, we got 38 bales out of that field, so hopefully we should have about the same come the next one. So we shall keep a track of that. But I am glad that I finally got to use and make use of that gigantic pile of manure that we had stocking up in the cow barn. So I guess it's all that's left for them to do is to keep on creating a big pile for me to make. Right, let's stick this thing back in here, and then I think what we're going to do now, we're going to hook up the nice shiny new Johnston bale trailer, and we're going to load up with lettuces and honey, and we're going to take them. Now, the last time I checked, the highest price being paid was at town stores, so I shall recheck that. In fact, we'll do that right this second. So, into the menus, into the... where are we? Honey. So, town stores there is 622.73. That is the highest price for honey. And for lettuces, 1282. Yes, town stores is still the highest price for both of those. Now, I appreciate that they're not at their full. We've got January for lettuces and February for honey. But the top price there is 696. We'll currently be getting 622, and for lettuce 1282 is the current top price, and 1435 if we waited till January. So it's a bit different. Obviously, it's not quite at top dollar, but I'm not going to complain. We need to we are filling up with lettuces, so we do need to get them gone, create a bit of space for more lettuces to be produced. So for the sake of getting that done and emptying the honey rack, there we go. So here it is in all of its red splendour, our new bale trailer. Well, it's a bale trailer, but it's, for us, it's an anything trailer, I suppose. Right, so let's bring up that, get rid of that and that. Now then, let's get these loaded up. Fortunately, I can do these things by hand. No, it's not necessarily 100% realistic, but I'm really not fussed about that. I've got the liftable pallets mod on. Should be able to get 3 wide on this, I think. Yeah. There we go. It does say they're 100 kilograms in weight, so I suppose 100 kilos is a reasonable amount. Is that about right? 3 wide? Oh yeah. Still spread them out a bit more, can't we? Make it nice and neat. Excellent stuff. Right, and we've got another 3. So that can just go on top. Put that one there for now. There we go. Just do it neatly first time so I'm not faffing around when I get to the lettuces, because they're going to need double stacking. I think there's at least 20. We've got 5 tunnels, and there's at least 4 on each tunnel, so there we go. There we go. Strapped. Right. Let's whiz this out of here. Make our way to the lettuce tunnels. I do hope I've got enough room on this trailer. I think I have. I'm sure I have. I must have. Honey's not accepted where? I'm trying to sell honey there, was I? Right. So, we'll just do it tunnel by tunnel. Should have enough space, I hope. Right, there we go. Right, this might take me a few minutes of faffing around, so I will pick you all back up any second now when I've got all this lot loaded on. There we go. What do you think of my hand pallet stacking technique? It's nice and neat. That's all that matters, I guess. So, let's get ourselves over to town stores. I need to remind myself where town stores is, actually. Let's consult the map. I've got a funny feeling it's this one down here. Town stores, yep. So, down through the town. But I am quite... I know lettuce is not accepted there, it's created there. I am quite pleased that I exchanged that Roland trailer out, though, because it's, with this just being a little bit shorter, it just makes it a little bit more manageable around these lanes. I did have a quick practice with that Roland when I first got it, and it did feel a little bit long. So, that's all good. I'm happy with this one. Right, anyway, let's go see how much money we make from this lot. And this is town stores. The lovely sign there, which I'm pretty sure was created by our very own FSG. There we go. So, I've been to the bale point many times here, but I can't think where the main... Oh, it's this one here, isn't it? Right, bring up the menu so we can see what we're getting. And I should just be able to... Oh, does it automatically? Look at that. Here we go. Go on, give me it in one big number, don't do it in stages. Wow, this looks quite a lot, doesn't it? Come on, come on, come on. 14,428 plus 1, so 15, 5, 6... Just over 15,600 quid for all of that. Oh, that's amazing. I wasn't expecting that, to be fair. That's brilliant. Made up with that. That was well worth the trip. And the neat hand stacking of pallets. Oh yeah, that'll do. We could have, had I waited until the optimum sell point. Obviously, I know I'm very well aware that I could have got a little bit more, but 15,600 quid, give or take a bit, whatever it was. I'm not being very accurate with that. It might have been closer to 16 grand, couldn't it? But my ability to do super quick mathematics on the spot for numbers that are likely to disappear in a few seconds isn't optimum. We got a lot of money. That'll do. Right. So, let's head back to the farm. I'm not too sure what else is going to come out of this episode now, to be fair, because I've got a funny feeling this is around about the half an hour mark. So I may well knock it in the head for this episode. But we'll get back to the farm and just have a quick look-see, and we'll go from there. Right, let's get that disconnected. Stick this back in the workshop. Get it out of the way. Suppose I should dig that out of there as well, shouldn't I? There we go. That will do. Right, yeah. I think that's been a reasonable morning's work. I think it's only 11:30 in the morning, isn't it? We started about 9 o'clock, so we've done a couple of hours work, but we've... I am very glad that we have emptied our stack of manure, pile of manure, big pile of poop. We've got rid of all of that and what was in the manure spreader, so we've made good use of that. The grass field is now fully fertilised, and a load of the... We've actually used up all the slurry as well. I don't think there's nothing left in the slurry pit, and there's a couple of thousand litres left in the slurry tank, so you lot, get busy, make me some more. So yeah, the grass field is all tickety-boo now. That's pretty much what we've gathered from that. We've sold our lettuces and our honey, which does seem to get produced quite quickly, I must be honest. Again, not going to complain. We've already got a pallet here. A couple of 100 litres, no doubt. Yeah, 225 litres, so the bees are keeping busy, which is good. There was one question I wanted to put to all you viewers, though, all you wonderful people. Am I correct in saying, if I go into the map PDA, the campsite that is here at Court Farm, its value at £39,864. Am I correct in saying that if I just purchase that plot of land, that will then generate me a monthly income? If it does generate me a monthly income, do any of you guys know what that income will be? Has any of you already bought that campsite and have received an income from it? Does it increase or decrease? Because I'm currently obviously at 55,860 quid. I think it might be a wise investment to be a campsite owner if it's going to bring me an income every month. I'll no doubt make that money back across a period of time. So yeah, please let me know in the comments if you can, if any of you are aware of what happens with that. I'm quite in the mind of giving that a purchase if it does that. So, right, anyway, so thanks again for watching, everybody. I really hope you've enjoyed the video and found it a bit of fun and a bit interesting. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I do things, then by all means, please hit that subscribe button, leave me a like on the video, and leave me a comment. Any suggestions, anything you've got from any ideas, I love reading all of them, so please hit me up with anything you've got, and obviously any info and advice on purchasing the campsite would be greatly appreciated. And I am, as always, I have recently become a Giants partner, so if any of you are in the market for a DLC, or any of the add-on packs, or the full game itself, or any of the season passes, you will find a link in the description below for each individual pack, with my promo code attached to it. So if you fancy helping a content creator out, again, that would be greatly appreciated. So thanks again, everyone, and I shall see you in episode 21.